Kristi. Welcome to another video. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm actually filming it on my phone because I just want to do a very quick intro to this video. So I actually just got done cleaning up from dinner and I thought, man, I really wish that I would have filmed dinner tonight because we had chicken fried rice. And then I got thinking and I thought, I know I have the chicken fried rice recipe on my website, so let me see if I have an old video that I had already filmed for it. And I did find an old video that I had made the chicken fried rice, but I made it with scallops in this video. So what I've done is just kind of pulled that video and I'm just gonna show you how to cook the chicken fried rice, but just keep in mind that in this video I cook it with scallops, which is fine because I'm always showing that I buy scallops quite often, and a lot of people always ask, how do you make those? How do you make those? So I'll show you how you can make those in this recipe. I usually do chicken breast or scallops, but you can do whatever kind of protein you want. For Weight Watcher points, this is 3 points, and if you go to the website, it will have the calories and the macros and everything for the chicken fried rice. If you're using anything else, then you kind of have to figure those. As far as Weight Watcher points, it's 3 points, regardless whether you're doing scallops or the chicken, because those are both 0 points on Weight Watchers. So you could do salmon with this, like any kind of protein would go great with it. I used to do these type of videos all the time where I would do like a what's for dinner / cook with me video, where I'm basically just showcasing one recipe, usually what we have for dinner. So let me know in the comments if this is a type of video that you like to see. So I bought these scallops at Sam's Club, and some of you had commented saying you would love for me to show how I make these, or some say you love them but you don't know how to make these. These are so easy to pan sear. That's what I'm going to be doing today. There's different ways you could make these, but honestly, pan searing is really the only way that I've ever made them. I just love them so much I don't even want to try a different way. So these are frozen. So what I'm going to do is take out, we're probably going to have about 6 each. These are the fairly big ones. So for 6 of them, about 6 of them is a 4-ounce serving. It's 100 calories, but scallops are 0 on Weight Watchers. So I'm going to take about 6 out each for my husband and I. So I'll put about 12, and I'm just going to put them in this bag, and then I'll put this bag right in this bowl and just let some water run over it until they're thawed out. And let me show you the size of these. So these are the sea scallops. So these are the ones that are pretty big size. I almost want to just make the whole bag, but leftover scallops are not the best. I like them fresh. So I'm going to get those running under water, and in the meantime, while that's going, I'm going to get everything cut up. I have some scallions here. My recipe actually doesn't call for scallions, but I do like to add some of those once in a while. I have an onion here, but I think I have enough left of the shallot, so I'm just going to use the shallot. You can use onion or shallot. I already have some cooked rice here. I've got about 1.5 cups here. So the recipe on my website, it makes enough for 6, and that's using 3 cups of rice. So this is actually probably going to make enough for 3 for the fried rice, and then just enough for 2 for the scallops. I'm also going to use a couple eggs, and then instead of soy sauce, I'm using this coconut amino sauce. You can use soy sauce, and then also some sesame seed oil. So I'm going to do about 1.5 tablespoons of the coconut amino sauce and maybe half a teaspoon of the sesame oil. And then to make it easy, I'm just going to use these mixed vegetables. But I also would like some broccoli in with it as well. So I'm just going to cook this in the microwave. I'm going to put a little bit of water down in the bottom. I've already washed them. Actually, there's some water from washing them. I'm just going to put a little bit of water down in the bottom, cover them with a damp paper towel, and put them in my microwave for 3 to 5 minutes. And then I'll add those to the pan when they're cooking. So now I'm just going to cut up my shallot and also my green onions. I'm not going to use all the green onions in the fried rice. I'm going to save some of it for the top. And then in my pan, I have just a little bit of avocado oil that I'm going to cook this all in. I forgot to put I usually keep like a silicone pot holder underneath my cutting board, and I forgot there. So once the pan's hot, just put the shallots and the green onion in there, and then just dump the frozen vegetables right in there. I do let the frozen vegetables sit out of the freezer for a little bit first. I ended up cooking my broccoli for just 3 minutes in the microwave, and then I drained the water out and then just add the broccoli to the pan. So basically with the fried rice, it's just a lot of stirring. So now I'm adding in my rice and just stir that together. Now you can cook the eggs ahead of time if you prefer. I just make a little well in the middle and then I just scramble my eggs right in there. So I just scramble them in the middle until they're set and then just mix them all in with the rest. Next, I'm going to add my half a teaspoon of sesame oil and then 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce or the coconut amino sauce. And then I'm just going to stir that up until it's all combined. So once that's pretty much done, then I'm just gonna set that on low and move on to the scallops. I don't cook these both at the same time just because I really like to focus on the scallops by themselves, because you definitely don't want to overcook these. So once they're thawed out, then just put them on a paper towel. I've had them sitting on this paper towel for probably about 15 minutes. And I spent probably the first maybe 3 or 4 minutes just taking another paper towel and just pushing it over the top gently. You don't want to squish the scallops, but just gently to remove some of that moisture. And then I'm just seasoning both sides with some salt and pepper. You really want to try to get as much moisture out of the scallops as possible, because otherwise in the pan, if they still have moisture, then they're not really going to sear. They're going to kind of steam instead. So once you have as much moisture out of these as possible and you've got salt and pepper on both sides, then you just want to check to make sure that your pan is heated through. So I have a pan with just a little bit of olive oil in there. I use about a tablespoon of olive oil, and once it's hot, then just go around with the scallops, start at the top, and just remember the first one you started with. And then let them sit and cook for 2 minutes without touching them. You don't want to touch them, you don't want to move them, you don't want to disturb them. That's what helps get that sear on them. So then once the 2 minutes is up, then you want to remember that one you started with. That way you're cooking them evenly, and you're going to go back around and flip them from the one that you started with. Just flip them over, and then they're going to cook on the other side for 2 minutes. Then you want to just take a little bit of lemon juice and just squirt just a dab of lemon juice on the top of each one of them. And then I'm adding in a half a tablespoon of whipped butter, and then just kind of spoon that over all of them. That gives it so much flavor. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I did end up making 16 scallops. So I kind of made 4 for that third portion. It is 2 points for the half a tablespoon of butter and 4 points for the tablespoon of olive oil. So I count each portion of scallops as 2 points. That's to account for the butter and olive oil. And then it's 3 points for my fried rice recipe. So look how delicious this looks. So this is a 5-point dinner, 359 calories, and about 25 grams of protein. And then, like I said, I have that third portion that I just set to the side. And then I'm going to cut into this and just show you what it looks like inside. So it has that nice sear on the outside, and then it's just so nice and soft on the inside. And then just top it with the rest of that green onion. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.